Stories of Journey to the West, Chapter 6.
Up in heaven,
The greatly compassionate Guanyin Bodhisattva arrives with her top disciple, Huyan.
and Huyan is an interesting character himself, isn't he? Also called Musa.
That's him, and he's actually the second son of Li Tianwang, the pagoda-bearing heavenly king.
So already you've got someone showing up who's deeply connected to heaven's military command structure.
Right, they get to the Peach Banquet Hall, the Yachi or Jasper Pool, and it's just, like you said, desolate, messy.
The few immortals left aren't exactly partying.
No, they're just standing around, totally dismayed, kind of talking over each other, probably wondering what hit them.
Guanyin asks what happened, and they quickly fill her in. It's a catastrophe.
And seeing the mess, the confusion, Guanyin realizes, okay, the only way to get the full story is to go higher up.
Speed right to the top.
To the Jade Emperor. So Guanyin, Huyan, the other immortals, they all head over to the Tongming Hall. Think of it as a major heavenly admin building.
And who's waiting there? Some key officials, right? The four heavenly masters.
Yep, important bureaucrats. And interestingly, the barefoot immortal is there too.
Oh, yeah. The one Wukong tricked to get into the party in the first place. Bit awkward for him.
You'd think so. These officials immediately tell Guanyin the Jade Emperor is extremely vexed, furious, basically.
And he's already acted.
Oh, yes. Sent a massive army, 100,000 heavenly soldiers to capture Wukong, but they haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay, wow. So huge initial response, but already there's this anxiety hanging in the air because they don't know if it worked.
Exactly. Guanyin asks to see the Jade Emperor directly, to hear it from him.
So they go into the main palace, the Lingxiao treasure hall.
And there he is, the Jade Emperor, Laozi, super senior Taoist deity, and Wangmu, the Queen Mother of the West. She hosted the party. She must be livid.
I bet. Guanyin and the others pay their respects, and Guanyin just cuts to the chase, asks about the banquet.
And you can practically feel the steam coming off the Jade Emperor. The text says he replies something like, "Every year this party is joyful, happy, but this year the demonic monkey ruined it. Made the whole invitation pointless."
Quite pointless. Talk about understatement of the millennium.
Yeah.
He's seething.
Definitely. And Guanyin asks the key question, where did this demonic monkey even come from?
And then the floodgates open.
Oh, yeah. The Jade Emperor just lets loose, gives them the whole history of Wukong's troublemaking, at least from heaven's point of view.
Starts with the stone egg birth on Flower Fruit Mountain. Those golden eyes shooting light up to heaven, which they apparently ignored at first.
Seems so.
Yeah.
He mentions Wukong becoming this powerful spirit, then going down to the underworld and erasing his name from the Book of Death, defying the natural order itself.
He brings up the reports from the Dragon Kings, the kings of hell, all complaining about this monkey.
Right. And the Emperor considered capturing him then, but apparently the great white planet Venus, an advisor, suggested restraint.
Venus argued that any creature with, 9 openings? 9 Kia?
Yeah, basically indicating sentience, the potential for connection. Venus suggested maybe they could, educate him, bring him into the fold rather than just using force.
Which led to Heaven's brilliant plan.
Yeah.
Summon him up and give him a job. By Ma Wen, keeper of the heavenly stables. Predictably, Wukong finds out how low the rank is, gets insulted, and storms off back to his mountain.
Heaven sends Li Tianwang and Neza to capture him. That fails. And then this weird political move happens.
They try appeasement.
Sort of. They issue this decree of pacification, invite him back up, and give him this incredibly grand title, Great Sage equaling Heaven.
Sounds impressive.
It does. But here's a really crucial detail from the text, often overlooked. You got the title, yes, but Wulu. Literally no salary, meaning no actual post, no official duties, no real integration into the system. It was just an empty title to shut him up.
So he's got this fancy name, but nothing to do, just wandering around heaven, probably getting bored.
Which maybe made them nervous. So the Jade Emperor gives him another job. Look after the peach garden.
The source of heaven's immortality, peaches. What could go wrong?
Everything. According to the Jade Emperor, Wukong didn't just look after it. He ignored the rules, sneaked in, and ate all the best, most potent, oldest peaches.
Okay, that's bad. And that leads straight to the banquet disaster.
Directly. The Emperor emphasizes Wukong wasn't invited to the party specifically because he had no official post, no salary.
The lack of salary bites again. So Wukong felt snubbed.
Clearly. So he tricks the barefoot immortal, changes into his shape, and just waltzes into the party.
And once inside,
Yeah.
he didn't just crash it.
No way! He went on an absolute binge, stole and ate all the immortal food, drank all the celestial wine. Then he stumbled into Laozi's laboratory
Oh, no.
and stole his incredibly valuable pills of immortality, the elixir, gulped them down,
Wow.
and then, just to top it off, stole even more heavenly wine to take back down to his monkey army on Flower Fruit Mountain.
So, yeah, you can see why the Jade Emperor is vexed.
Beyond vexed, he wraps up his story by saying, look, I've sent the 100,000 troops, I've set up the Tianlu Duang, this inescapable cosmic net, but I haven't heard back. He's just waiting, anxiously.
Okay, so now Guanyin has the full, horrifying picture. And seeing the scale of this and the uncertainty, she acts fast.
Immediately, dispatches her disciple Hu Yin.
And his orders are specific, right?
Very. Go down to Flower Fruit Mountain first, scout the military situation,
Yeah.
get the facts. Second, if you encounter resistance, you can assist and contribute a meritorious deed. So he's authorized to jump in if needed. And third, report back accurately. No messing around, get the real story back to heaven.
Got it. So Huyan heads down, staff in hand.
Yeah. The text describes him arriving at Flower Fruit Mountain, and it's just like the Emperor said. That heavenly net, the Tianlu Duang, is completely surrounding the mountain.
How's it described?
Vividly. Dense, sealed off so that not a drop of water could leak through. Completely locked down.
He needs clearance to get in, presumably.
Right. He has to announce himself at the perimeter. Says he's Musa, son of Li Tianwang and Huan, Guanyin's disciple, on a mission from her.
And they let him through the cordon.
Yep. Into the main military camp inside the net. And guess who's in command?
His dad, Li Tianwang.
His dad, Li Tianwang, along with the 4 heavenly Tings and the other top generals. A family reunion, sort of.
Awkward timing. Huyan pays respects. His father asks why he's there.
Huyan explains everything. The ruined banquet, Guanyin's concern, the Jade Emperor's report, and that he was sent because heaven was basically in the dark about the military situation down here.
So Li Tianwang gives him the update. What happened yesterday?
Okay, so Li Tianwang lays it out. They set up the net. First, they sent the 9 luminaries, star gods, to challenge Wukong.
How did that go?
Badly. Wukong showed off his Shentong, his supernatural power, beat them easily. They fled back to camp.
Strike one for heaven. What next?
Li Tianwang says he then personally led the entire force. All 100,000 soldiers. Wukong brought out his monkey troops too. Big battle lasted till evening.
And the text mentions a specific tactic Wukong used.
Yes,
You
crucial detail. The Fan Shan Fieshu, his cloning technique, made countless copies of himself. Imagine fighting that.
100,000 soldiers versus who knows how many Wukongs. So what was the result? Did they finally catch him?
Not even close. Li Tianwang says when they pulled back at dusk and checked the prisoners, all they had were basically random mountain animals. Wolves, tigers, leopards, that sort of thing.
No monkeys.
His exact words, according to the text. We did not capture even half a single demonic monkey.
0. After a whole day's battle with 100,000 troops. Wow.
And Li Tianwang adds, today we haven't even gone out to fight yet. They're completely stalled. Baffled.
They are. And just as they're having this grim conversation, getting Huyan up to speed, news arrives.
Perfect timing. Report comes in. The great sage is outside the net with his monkeys, yelling challenges, basically daring them to come out and fight.
So Li Tianwang and the generals are like, okay, who do we send? And Huyan sees his chance.
Remembers Guanyin's instructions. Assist if needed. He steps up, volunteers to go fight Wukong himself.
How does his father react?
Cautiously. Li Tianwang notes Huyan's trained with Guanyin for years, must have serious power, but warns him be careful. This monkey is something else.
So out goes Huyan, son of the commander, disciple of Guanyin. Big deal. He faces Wukong, one-on-one.
Huyan with his iron staff, Wukong with his famous Rijingu Bang. The text says they fight for 5 or 60 rounds.
That's a pretty long fight, actually. Shows Huyan is tough.
Definitely no pushover. He holds his own for a while. But
Good.
the outcome is blunt. Huyan's arms just gave out, numb and weak. He couldn't keep going.
He lost.
Plain and simple. He was defeated, had to retreat back to the camp.
Wukong wins again, pulls his monkeys back. Huyan gets back to his father, out of breath.
Totally defeated. His report says it all. He bursts out. Good great sage, good great sage. Truly his Shenton, his power is vast and great. Your son could not defeat him and has returned defeated.
Wow.
is utterly overwhelmed.
And hearing this, Li Tianwang is described as reaching.
Heart-startled, shocked, alarmed.
You can see why. The massive army achieved nothing, couldn't catch a single monkey. And now, this highly trained specialist, sent by Guanyin herself, gets beaten in single combat.
Yeah, the standard military approach failed, sheer numbers failed, and now a high-quality individual fighter also failed. None of it is working.
So what does the command do now?
Li Tianwang orders someone to write up a formal request for assistance.
They're officially calling for backup from the Jade Emperor.
Yep, a formal plea for help. Li Tianwan's report says they rounded up tigers, leopards, and wolves,
Okay.
but not one single monkey spirit. Think about that.
Huh. So none of his actual core followers.
Right. They could grab other creatures, maybe peripheral forces, but the Monkey King's own troop, his monkeys, untouched. The messengers he picks are the Great Strength Ghost King and his own defeated son, Mucha.
Oh, wow. So they head up there.
Then they get an audience with the Jade Emperor himself in the Hall of Miraculous Mist.
And Mucha has to explain what happened.
He does. He reports directly to Guanyin Bodhisattva, who's also there, tells her how he fought Sun Wukong for like 50 or 60 rounds with his iron rod and just couldn't win. Then he passes on his father's plea for help.
And how does Guanyin take this news?
The text just says she lowered her head in contemplation.
Yeah.
Well, it's understated, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels heavy. Like she gets the seriousness of it immediately.
Yeah.
This isn't just some random troublemaker.
Exactly. She seems to grasp that the initial response wasn't enough, that this Monkey King is a real force.
Okay, so then the focus goes to the Jade Emperor. What's his take?
His first reaction is actually amusement. He kind of laughs.
Laughs at his army being stalled by a monkey.
Yeah, he seems almost baffled that this monkey spirit could defy 10,000 of his best soldiers. He even asks sort of casually, well, which divine troops should we send down now? Like, it's just a matter of picking the right tool for a minor job.
Maybe a bit overconfident, or just doesn't grasp the threat level yet.
Could be either, or both. But right then, as he's wondering who to send, Guanyin steps in.
Ah, okay. She has an idea.
A very specific one. Instead of just more soldiers, she recommends an individual, a specialist, really.
Ooh.
Erlang Zhenjun. And get this, he's the Jade Emperor's own nephew.
His nephew. Okay. Is he based in heaven?
Nope. That's part of what makes him interesting. He resides down at Wanjianku in Guangzhou, kind of doing his own thing.
And Guanyin thinks he's the one.
She does. She points out his track record, subduing 6 major monsters in the past. Says he's formidable.
Does he have his own forces too?
Oh, yeah. He's got the Mason brothers, close allies, apparently very capable, and his own private army of 1,200 grass-headed divine soldiers.
Grass-headed divine soldiers. Okay, that sounds unique. Not your standard heavenly troops then.
It seems not. A specialized unit. But there's a catch with Erlang.
Oh.
The text makes a point of saying he listens to orders but not proclamations.
What does that mean exactly? Orders, but not proclamations.
It suggests, I think, that he needs a direct, specific command for a mission. He won't just respond to a general announcement or expectation from the heavenly court, like a formal decree.
So he's got some autonomy. Maybe a bit of a strained relationship with Uncle Jade Emperor. So does the Emperor go for it? Issue the order?
Immediately. He seems to recognize Guanyin's wisdom here, or maybe just the urgency. He issues a formal mobilization command right away.
And who takes it down to Erlang?
The Great Strength Ghost King again. He's dispatched pronto. They clearly need Erlang, and fast.
Does it take long?
Nope. The delivery is swift. The order reaches Erlang's temple down in Guangjianku.
How does he react?
He receives it very respectfully alongside his brothers. He reads it, sees the whole situation laid out.
The stolen peaches, the wine, the pills, the whole peach banquet disaster.
Right, all of it. Plus the fact that the 10,000 soldiers couldn't handle Sun Wukong. And crucially, promises high promotion and big rewards if he succeeds.
And is he keen?
Very much so. The text says he agrees enthusiastically. Maybe it's duty, maybe ambition, maybe he just relishes a real challenge.
So he gathers his crew.
Yep. His inner circle, the Mason brothers, Kang, Zhang, Yao, Li, who are called the Four Marshals,
Okay.
and Guo Shen and Zijian, the 2 generals, his core team.
And they head straight for Flower Fruit Mountain.
They do. And when Erlang gets there, he doesn't just pile in, he shows some strategy.
Oh, yeah. What does he do?
He tells the heavenly generals already there to keep up the siege, keep the mountain surrounded, but leave the very top open.
Leave the top open. Why? An escape route.
I think it's more of an invitation. Or a challenge, like you said earlier, maybe daring him to come out and fight one-on-one, forcing the confrontation.
Ah, okay. Setting the terms.
Exactly. And he even says, basically, if I lose, my brothers will help me out. If I win, I'll handle the capture myself. Shows confidence, right?
Definitely. Confidence in himself and his brothers. It's a solid plan. Anything else?
One more key piece. He involves Li Tianwang, the pagoda-bearing heavenly king, and specifically his demon-revealing mirror.
The mirror. What's that for?
Seems like a precaution. To keep an eye on the Monkey King, maybe prevent him from using transformation magic to escape if things go sideways in the fight. It's anticipating trickery.
Smart. Covering the bases so the stage is set.
Totally. The heavenly forces redeploy, the trap is laid, and Erlang steps forward.
Who goes with him to issue the challenge?
He takes his 6 brothers right up to the entrance of the Water Curtain Cave, the Monkey King's headquarters.
And what do they find?
They find the monkey forces ready for them. They're arranged in what's called a coiled dragon formation.
Sounds organized. Disciplined, even.
It does. And flying high is a banner with the Monkey King's chosen title.
Great sage equal to heaven.
That's the one. Bold statement.
How does Erlang react to that?
With immediate scorn, he clearly thinks it's an outrageous claim. Before any real talking can happen, his brothers are already urging him on, like, just fight him already.
They're eager.
Seems so. And then the Monkey King himself emerges, and Erlang steps forward.
What's he look like? The description must be something.
It really is. Clear and handsome features, shoulder-length ears with shining eyes. He's decked out in full battle gear, 3 Mountain Phoenix cap, light yellow robe, dragon socks, gilded boots, jade belt, carries a slingshot and wields his famous spear.
The 3-pointed, double-edged one.
That's the one. He looks the part of a powerful, defiant warrior king.
And the narration reminds us about Erlang, too, right? He's not just some nephew.
Exactly. It mentions his own legendary deeds, splitting Peach Mountain to save his mom, fighting monsters, his connection to the Meishan sages. He's a certified celestial powerhouse.
And independent, living down in Guanjingku.
Right. Operates outside the direct heavenly hierarchy.
So what's the first thing they say to each other?
Well, Sun Wukong tries to play it cool, a bit condescending actually, asks Erlang who this little general is.
Ooh, provocative.
Yeah, then he even brings up Erlang's mother's history, maybe trying to find some common rebellious ground, but then he just dismisses Erlang, tells him to run along and send someone else, basically massively underestimating him.
That probably didn't land well.
Not at all. Erlang is furious at the disrespect, and he just launches himself at the Monkey King.
And the fight is on.
Instantly. The description is intense. Iron rod against divine spear, clashing like flying dragons and dancing phoenixes. It's not just them either.
The entourages jump in, too.
Yeah, Erlang's Meishan brothers go up against the Monkey King's 4 main lieutenants. The whole area outside the cave becomes this huge, chaotic melee.
And how does the main duel go, Erlang versus Sun Wukong?
It's incredibly evenly matched, at least initially. They go at it for 300 rounds.
300 rounds.
Yeah, and neither one gets the upper hand. It really shows just how powerful the Monkey King is, doesn't it? Holding his own against Erlang.
Absolutely. But things change, don't they?
They do, dramatically. Erlang decides to up the ante. He uses his divine powers and transforms.
Into what?
Into this terrifying, colossal giant, 10,000 feet tall, blue face, tusks sticking out, red hair, wielding his spear, now equally massive, like it's a mountain peak he's swinging around.
Whoa, okay, that's a serious power move.
It's meant to be overwhelming, a display of sheer divine might.
How does the Monkey King respond? Can he even respond to that?
He matches him. In an equally incredible feat, Sun Wukong also transforms, growing to the same enormous size, same fearsome appearance. He wields his own weapon, the Rui Golden Cudgel.
The size-changing staff.
Right. Now it looks like a giant pillar holding up the sky. It's Titan versus Titan.
Wow. What effect does this have on everyone else watching?
Yeah.
The regular soldiers.
They're terrified. The text says, Marshals Ma and Lu are just trembling, unable to give commands. Generals Beng and Ba are weakened just by the sheer power radiating off these 2 giants.
Understandable. So while these 2 Goliaths were duking it out,
Yep.
What about the Meishan brothers?
They see their chance. While Sun Wukong is fully occupied with Erlang's giant form, the brothers launch their attack on the main monkey army back at the Water Curtain Cave.
The coordinated assault.
Exactly. They unleash everything, those grass-headed gods, hunting dogs, crossbows firing relentlessly. It's a multi-pronged, overwhelming attack on the monkeys.
And does it work?
devastatingly effective. The monkey formations, that coiled dragon thing, completely break apart. Thousands are captured, others scatter in panic. The defense just crumbles.
So even though the Monkey King himself is holding his own against Erlang,
His power base, his army, is getting decimated. Wukong's fighting Erlang, big, powerful forms, but then he glances over towards Flower Fruit Mountain, his home.
and see...
He sees his army, his monkey followers, scattered, totally routed by Erlang's forces.
Oof, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it's a big visual blow, and it completely changes his focus. He knows he can't win this fight head-on anymore.
So his reaction isn't just fight harder.
Nope, it's instant survival mode. Escape. He shrinks that massive staff of his, tucks it away. He just needs to get out, disappear.
And his first move is fast. He shakes himself and turns into... what?
A sparrow. A tiny sparrow. Flies up into a tree, just trying to blend in, hoping Erlang won't notice the switch.
Well, Erlang's still like, surrender.
But Erlang is sharp, really sharp. He sees Wukong vanish, hears his allies say he's gone, and knows immediately transformation.
Right.
So Erlang ditches his big form, his weapons, and instantly counter-transforms.
And to what? To catch a sparrow.
A hungry eagle, perfect predator-prey matchup, right? Transforms, flaps his wings, and goes right after that sparrow. It shows how fast Erlang thinks.
Okay, so Wukong the sparrow sees this eagle closing in.
And thinks, okay, tiny bird, not gonna cut it. He darts off.
Next transformation.
A large cormorant heads straight up, high into the sky, trying to outfly him.
And Erlang.
Right there with him. Matches the scale, drops the eagle form, becomes a large sea crane, one known for flying high, follows him right up into the clouds.
Wow, it's like this immediate aerial duel of shapes.
Exactly. Constant one-upmanship.
But the sky isn't safe enough. Wukong changes tactics again, dives down towards the stream.
Plunges right in and transforms again.
Into.
A fish, hoping the water will finally hide him. Let him slip away.
So Erlang gets to the stream bank. No crane, no cormorant. How does he know Wukong's in the water?
Well, he just knows Wukong's trying to escape, right? Air and land seem clear, so water's the logical next step.
Makes sense.
So Erlang transforms again. This time, an osprey. A fish hunting bird.
Ah, clever.
And he just waits, patiently, downstream, thinking Wukong will try to swim past.
And this is where Erlang's perception is, like, really highlighted. Wukong, as the fish, swims downstream.
Spots the osprey, gets suspicious, and turns back. Swims against the current.
That's the key, isn't it? The weird behavior.
Totally. Erlang sees that. A fish turning back at the sight of him, swimming upstream. That's not right.
So he looks closer.
He does. And the source gives us these great details about what he doesn't see. It's not about what the fish is, but what it isn't.
Like what?
Well, its tail isn't red like a carp. No flower scales like a mandarin fish. No stars on its head like a snakehead fish. No needles on the gills like a bream.
So it looks like a fish, but not quite any specific kind.
Exactly. It's generic. And its behavior is wrong. That combination, the lack of specific features, plus the turning back, tells Erlang, aha, that's not fish, that's Wukong.
Got him. So the osprey.
Poops down, gives the fish a sharp peck.
Wukong feels that, knows he's caught again, leaps out of the water.
Instantly, changes form right there on the bank. A water snake. Slithers into the tall grass, hoping the plants will hide him this time.
But Erlang, still the osprey, sees the snake.
Sees it dart out. So another transformation.
What now?
A gray crane with a red crown. And the text makes a point of its beak long, like iron pliers.
Perfect for grabbing snakes.
Exactly. It's this constant, almost instinctive counter move. Prey, predator. Prey, predator.
But just as the crane is about to strike, Wukong shifts again.
Into something. Well, unexpected.
What is it?
Oh, bustard. Just standing there on the riverbank.
A bustard. That seems kind of random.
Well, yes, and the source calls the bustard most lowly and lewd, apparently associated with all sorts of birds, not very reputable.
Lowly and lewd. Okay, that's a weird choice for the great sage equaling heaven. Why that?
That's what's so interesting. Erlang sees this form and is just disgusted. He finds it beneath Wukong's dignity, and frankly, beneath his dignity to fight directly in his crane form.
So Erlang's own sense of propriety affects his tactics.
It seems so. It shows a difference. Erlang, the proper celestial general, is repulsed. Wukong, the wild monkey, doesn't care. He'll use any form to escape, even one Erlang finds, well, distasteful.
No hang-ups.
None. So Erlang decides not to get close as the crane.
How does he deal with the bustard then?
He changes back to his true divine form and just pulls out his slingshot, decides to just shoot it. Simple.
Okay, so he hits the bustard, Wukong tumbles down a cliff, and at the bottom, he tries one more really clever transformation.
Yeah, maybe his most elaborate one yet. He becomes a small earth temple.
A temple. How?
The details are amazing. He literally reconfigures his body. Mouth becomes the temple gate.
Whoa.
Teeth become the door panels. Tongue, the bodhisattva statue inside.
His tongue is the statue. Wild.
And his eyes become the window lattices. A complete architectural transformation.
That's incredibly inventive.
Stop.
There's a catch, right? One detail he couldn't hide.
His tail. Couldn't figure out what to do with it, apparently, so it just sticks up behind the temple.
Looking like
A flagpole.
a flagpole sticking up behind a tiny temple. That's not normal.
Definitely not.
Okay.
So Erlang arrives, looking for the buster he shot, sees this temple instead, and spots it immediately.
The flagpole.
Yeah. He knows temples don't have flagpoles right behind them like that. It's the giveaway. He laughs, realizes it's Wukong trying another trick, maybe hoping Erlang will go inside so he can ambush him.
But Erlang's too smart for that.
Way too smart. He says, nope, not going in. Instead, he threatens the temple itself.
How?
He says he's going to punch the window lattices and kick the door panels.
Ah, but the windows are Wukong's eyes, and the doors are his teeth.
Precisely. Wukong, inside, hears this and feels real fear. The source says he thinks, how cruel, how cruel.
Because it's not just attacking a building.
It's attacking him, directly attacking his eyes and teeth, even in this transformed state. The clever disguise becomes a huge vulnerability.
So that threat, that direct physical danger,
is enough. Wukong realizes the danger, abandons the temple form instantly, quick leap, vanishes into the air again, escapes just before Erlang can smash his windows and doors.
Wow. So Wukong's gone again,
Yeah.
Erlang's left looking, and then his backup arrives.
Exactly. His celestial allies show up. The four marshals, Kang, Zhang, Yao, Li, and the two generals, Guo Shen and Zijin. Pretty significant figures.
And they ask, did you get him?
Pretty much. Erlang quickly tells them the whole story, the chase, the transformations, the temple trick, the escape. But Wukong's vanished. Again.
So what now?
Erlang decides he needs more help. He heads up, higher in the celestial realm.
To see who?
Li Tianwang, the pagoda-bearing king, and his son Nezha, powerful figures who've been watching from above. Erlang explains the whole chase, Wukong's latest vanishing act.
And they have a way to find him.
They do. Li Tianwang pulls out his special magic item, the demon-reflecting mirror.
Ooh, what does it show?
He aims it down at the world, and what they see is, well, completely unexpected. Really audacious.
Where is he? Hiding in a cave somewhere?
Yeah, not even close. He used an invisibility spell and went straight to Erlang's own home, Guanjiang Estuary, Erlang's personal residence.
No way he went to the enemy's house.
Boldest move yet, right. But he doesn't just hide there. Oh, no.
What did he do?
He pulls his most daring stunt, transforms into the exact likeness of Erlang Zhenjun himself, walks right into the place.
Your kid and the people there, Erlang's staff.
Completely fooled. The source calls them ghost officials. They see him bow down, welcome their master home.
Unbelievable. And Wukong, pretending to be Erlang, just acts the part.
Totally. Walks around inspecting things like he owns the place, which temporarily he kind of does.
What's he looking at?
The source gives these great mundane examples. He's checking incense offerings, looking at prayers and requests left for Erlang.
Like what?
Things like, Li Tu's offering for his livestock, Zhang Long promising blessings, Zhao Jia asking for a son, Qian Bing praying to get well.
So the Monkey King is reviewing divine paperwork. That's kind of hilarious.
It really is. It shows his audacity, right? He's not just hiding. He's infiltrating Erlang's actual domestic, almost bureaucratic life, taking over his role for a minute.
Complete disregard for boundaries.
Absolutely. While Erlang's out there representing heavenly order, Wukong's literally sitting in his office.
And then the real Erlang shows up.
Right. Told by Li Tianwang where Wukong is, he arrives and his officials are just bewildered. 2 Erlangs.
What does the real Erlang say?
He asks them, has that Qishan Wukong been here? Qishan Wukong, great sage equaling heaven. That's Wukong's title.
And the officials are confused.
Totally confused. They say, no, haven't seen any Wukong. Just our master, meaning the fake Erlang inside. Perfect dramatic irony.
So the real Erlang bursts in.
Confronts Wukong. Wukong drops the disguise and gets the last laugh, sort of.
What's his line?
He cheekily says that this temple, meaning Erlang's house, calling back to his earlier trick, now belongs to Old Sun.
Ah, what a callback. And then, I assume the fight's back on.
Instantly. No more tricks, no more chases. Erlang attacks with his trident. Wukong whips out his staff, snaps it back to full size.
And they battle it out right there.
Yeah, fight violently, smash their way out of Erlang's own residence.
And head back towards Flowerfruit Mountain.
Exactly. Flying back, fighting all the way. And Erlang's allies, the marshals and generals, are waiting there. The chase is over. The big battle resumes.
And up in heaven, you have the big players gathered. The Jade Emperor, Guan Yin, the Queen Mother, and Daozi Laozi, basically.
Waiting for news.
Right, waiting for news from the battle. And the text actually mentions there's a delay. You get the sense they're getting a bit anxious.
Yeah, you can feel that tension. And this prompts Guan Yin to make a suggestion, doesn't it?
It does. She basically says, look, instead of just waiting here, why don't we all go to the South Heaven Gate?
See it for themselves.
Exactly. Get a direct view of what's happening on Flowerfruit Mountain. And the Jade Emperor, he agrees.
So they all troop over to the South Heaven Gate. And they look down. What do they see?
Well, they get this amazing celestial view, right? They see heavenly soldiers setting up nets all around. They spot Li Tianwang and Neza with the demon-reflecting mirror.
Keeping tabs on him.
And right in the thick of it, there's Erlang Shen, locked in this really intense combat surrounding the Great Sage.
So it's a massive effort. And Guan Yin, watching this, she kind of assesses the situation.
She does. She notes Erlang Shen's skill. I mean, he's clearly formidable. He has the Monkey King surrounded. But she makes the key point. He's not actually captured yet.
Contained, maybe, but still fighting back hard.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And seeing this kind of stalemate, Guan Yin suggests stepping in directly.
Okay, what's her plan?
Her idea is to take her pure vase, you know, the one with the willow branch,
Yeah.
and just toss it down, aiming for the Monkey King.
Hoping to just knock him over.
Yeah, basically hit him, make him stumble or fall, giving Erlang Shen that split second he needs to finally restrain him.
Okay, that sounds straightforward enough, but then Laozi jumps in.
Right, and this is, I think, a really interesting moment. Laozi advises against Guan Yin's plan.
Why? What's his reasoning?
Well, according to the text, he's worried about her vase. He says, look, that's a beautiful porcelain vase. It's fragile.
Ah.
What if it hits the Monkey King's iron staff? Or what if it misses his head and just smashes on the ground? He thinks it might break.
That's surprisingly practical advice in a way.
It is. And then he offers an alternative. He says, hold on, I'll use my weapon instead. And the text says he takes it from his left arm.
Okay, so his weapon, what do we know about it from the source?
The description is pretty detailed. It's made of refined steel, but it's been, like, transformed by alchemy, by elixir. So it has spiritual power. It can change form. It's immune to water and fire. And its main thing is it can ensnare stuff. It actually has two names mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
The Diamond Clasp, maybe, and the Diamond Snare, something like that.
Diamond clasp or diamond snare. Okay. Powerful sounding.
Definitely. And the source even gives a bit of backstory. It says Laozi used it way back when passing Hanger Pass for converting barbarians into Buddhas. So it's ancient, powerful, and clearly something he keeps for serious situations, for defense.
So, not the vase. Laozi takes this diamond snare,
But yeah,
and he throws it down from the South Heaven Gate.
he does. And the timing, the precision described, it's spot on. It falls right down and hits the Monkey King square on the head.
And the Monkey King didn't see it coming.
Nope. The text makes a point of saying he was so focused on fighting Erlang Shen and Seven Sisters surrounding him down below, he just had no idea this thing was dropping out of the sky.
Wow. What happens then? The impact.
It hits his heavenly spirit, the very top of his head. And the effect is immediate. He just loses his balance, stumbles, and falls right down. That single, unexpected blow did the trick, momentarily at least.
But he's the Monkey King. He doesn't stay down long, right?
Not usually. He tries to scramble up, tries to run for it, but then another key player emerges.
Who?
Erlang Shen's hunting hound. The dog is right there.
The dog. Seriously?
Seriously. And the hound does something pretty, well, basic but effective. It darts in and bites the Monkey King right on the calf.
Ouch. On the calf.
Yep. And that bite makes him tumble down again, the second fall. It's this very earthy, simple action that stops his escape.
After fighting gods and heavenly armies, he gets taken down by a dog bite. What's his reaction?
Oh, it's great. The text says he's lying there on the ground. It just curses the dog out. Pure frustration.
One can almost picture it. And that second fall, that's the opening they needed.
That's the moment. He can't get up immediately because of the bite, and boom, the seven sages he was fighting are instantly on top of him, pressing him down.
Okay, so they've got him pinned, but how do they make sure he stays caught? He's known for transformations and escapes.
Right, good point. The source specifies the next steps. First, they tie him up securely with rope, but then, crucially, they took a hooked knife,
Yeah.
a sai,
Uh-huh.
and they pierce his pipabone.
His pipabone.
What does that do?
It's often mentioned in these stories. Piercing that specific bone, the collarbone or shoulder blade area maybe, is believed to disable a supernatural being's ability to transform or use magic. It's like the final physical law.
Got it. So ropes plus the pierced pipabone, he's truly immobilized.
That seems to be the idea. Meanwhile, back up at the gate, Laozi calmly retrieves his diamond snare.
Job done.
Job done. He, the Jade Emperor, Guanyin, the Queen Mother, all the observers head back to the main hall, the Ling Xiao.
And down on the mountain, what's the scene there? Well, the fighting's over. The four great heavenly kings, Li Tianwang, the other gods, they gather their troops. They go over to Erline Shen.
To congratulate him, presumably.
Exactly. They address him as minor sage or illustrious sage, kind of acknowledging his status. And they give him the credit, the merit for the capture.
How does Erlang Shen take that?
It's interesting. He's actually quite humble about it, according to the account. He deflects the praise.
Really?
Yeah, he says something like, oh no, this success was really due to the Heavenly Master's good fortune and the combined power of all you gods. He downplays his own role.
Okay, so what about the prisoner? What's the plan now?
Well, some of Erlang Shen's brothers, Kang, Zhang, Yao, and Li, are mentioned. They suggest, hey, let's take him straight up to the Jade Emperor right now.
Makes sense. Show off the prize.
But Erlang Shen puts the brakes on that. He explains that his brothers, well, they don't have official heavenly rank. They heavenly...
Oh, that bureaucracy strikes again.
Pretty much. They don't have the clearance to just show up in front of the Jade Emperor.
So what's the procedure then?
Erlang Shen lays out the plan. Heavenly soldiers will guard the Monkey King right there. He, Erlang Shen, will go up with the Heavenly Kings to make the official report.
Okay.
He tells his brothers and their troops to sweep the mountain, make sure it's clear, then head back to their base at Guanku and wait. He says, wait till I get back with the rewards and merits for everyone, then we'll celebrate.
A proper debrief and reward distribution plan.
Seems like it. And the text says the four marshals and two generals, they all agree. So Erlang Shen and the Heavenly Kings head back up, riding the clouds, singing a victory song.
A victory song. They must have been relieved.
Hugely relieved, I imagine. So they arrive back, and at the Tongming, a Heavenly Master announces their return to the Jade Emperor. Reports that the demon monkey, the great sage equal to heaven, has been captured. They're waiting for the Emperor's orders.
And the Jade Emperor's reaction after all this effort.
It's immediate and pretty harsh. The source says he orders the Great Strength, Ghost King, and Heavenly Soldiers to take the Monkey King straight away to the demon execution platform. That's the one. And his order is explicit. Chop him into pieces. Immediately.
Wow. No trial, no further discussion, just execution. That's brutal.
It really is. A very swift, very severe decree after such a monumental effort to capture him.